the history of the lives of Loki and King Herald has now been revealed. The spoilers for the upcoming chapter 1153 have already been released, and the said title of the upcoming chapter is The Birth of Loki. Just from the title alone, we can already get an idea that this upcoming chapter will still center around the flashback that is currently happening, which is about King Herald's history. Anyway, the first information from the spoilers says that King Herald will meet a woman named Ida. This Ida is said to be Harudin's mother. From King Herald's point of view, Ida was trapped in a circus. So, he went to the town where this circus was performing. Thinking that he could free Ida from this group of circus performers, King Herald attacked the entire town. But it turns out that Ida scolded King Herald because the truth is that the people in the circus actually saved her. And the reason why she agreed to work for the circus now was to repay the debt of gratitude she owed them. If you remember, during chapter 1137, Rode revealed to Luffy that Harudin's mother is similar to Loki's mother. They were both giants. The only difference is that Harudin's mother was not a native of Elbaf. She was born in another giant country, meaning we can expect that Ida's appearance is also that of a giant. In the next part of the spoilers, it says that because of Ida's situation, King Herald was humbled, and that's when he fell in love with her. So he brought Ida home to Elbaf. And this is said to be the beginning of how King Herald modernized Elbaf and formed different alliances. This information describes that King Herald's meeting with Ida is what changed him as a person. If in the last chapter we saw that he was violent and always looking for trouble, now it seems that meeting Ida transformed him. Several years passed, and King Herald and Ida had a child. Harudin was born during this time. At that point, King Herald wanted to marry Ida. But the elders of Elbaf opposed it. Instead, the Elbaf elders chose a queen for King Herald. And this is where a new character named Estridd enters the picture. Estridd is eventually the one who would become Loki's mother. Unlike Ida, Estridd is of Elbaf descent, meaning Estridd was born in Elbaf. Additional information says that Estridd was obsessed with omens and prophecies. Next, after King Herald married Estridd, Loki was born. But instead of joy, fear was what Estridd felt when she first saw her son Loki. It is said that Loki's eyes had slits, similar to cat-like eyes. So the result was that Estridd threw Loki into the Underworld. In the last part of the spoilers, it is said that we will see baby Loki crawling out from the darkness, surrounded by various creatures of the Underworld, trying to climb the Tree of Adam back to Elbaf's castle. From this spoiler information, we now get answers to some of the pending questions in the Elbaf arc, like the reason why Loki wears an eye covering. It turns out Loki has a unique eye, meaning this explains why Loki has an extremely high level of observation haki. We already saw that when he was attacked by the Holy Knights, specifically Ganku. It was shown that Loki could predict Ganku's every move, and this is an indication of having a high level of observation haki. Now about Loki's mother throwing him down to the Underworld upon seeing him. This story is very similar to the story of Hera and Hephaestus in Norse mythology. In that tale, Hera is said to have thrown her newborn son Hephaestus from Olympus into the ocean. The reason was because she considered Hephaestus ugly. Luckily, Hephaestus was saved by sea creatures. Since we know that the Elbaf arc has a Norse mythology theme, we might be able to get clues about Loki's potential abilities from this event. In Norse mythology, Hephaestus is said to be the god of fire, god of volcanoes, and god of blacksmiths. Could these be clues about the type of devil fruit Loki possesses? Perhaps something related to fire and volcanoes? Because if we think about it, Loki being the god of blacksmiths fits well. In the two flashbacks we've seen of Loki, he was using different weapons. As a child, he was shown wielding a kanabo. In the recent flashback, he's using a hammer, but very different from his current weapon, Ragnir. Being the god of fire and volcanoes also fits Loki, because according to the giant's descriptions, Loki is said to be an arsonist. He allegedly burned down homes in Elbaf. Anyway, about Queen Estridd, Loki's mother, it was mentioned back in chapter 1136 that she died 1 year after Loki was born. Now Loki's half-mother, Ida, Harudin's mom, is the one we're most curious about in this upcoming chapter, because we have no idea if she is still alive or already dead. We don't even know if she's still in Elbaf or not. So now we start to wonder if we should consider her as a candidate for being Mosa. Could she be the friend Loki keeps mentioning in the Underworld? And that's it for all the spoilers for the upcoming chapter 1153. Let's wait for the full chapter for more detailed information. That's all.